Getting admission to the university can be a challenging experience for many students, especially if you keep on getting low JAMB score like 180, 200 and thereabout. For me, I wrote JAMB 5 times.
What?
And I know the pain I had to go through. It was a very painful experience. You know, when everybody around you, they are getting admission, but you're just at home, you know, waiting for admission year after year. And of course, I don't want it to get similar experience. That is why I'm making this video. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel.
Continue.
There are 6 ways to get admission to university without JAMB. At this point, I want to clarify that whichever method you will be using, you still need to register for JAMB in one way or the other. But the thing is, your JAMB score will no longer be a determining factor. So if you get 180, you are getting 190 in your JAMB exam, you can still get an admission to study your desired course, but not through JAMB in per se.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The first method is the pre-degree exam. Pre-degree is a 1-year academic program that is organized by most universities. This program is similar to a first-year program. In fact, most of the time, most people would think that you're already in first year when you are doing a pre-degree program. This pre-degree program, you would resume on the university campus. You'll be attending lectures as normal university students. But the thing is that you are not yet a bona fide student of that school.
God have mercy upon us.
This program runs from 1 academic session. So during this whole academic session, you'll be writing tests, writing exams, and etc. You'll just be like a normal student, but you're not yet a student.
What?
The good thing about pre-degree is that it gives you the opportunity to gain admission either through JAMB or the pre-degree program. But fortunately, the pre-degree program can be competitive for some courses like medicine and surgery. So if the slot for pre-degree admission is 10, you might find a situation where you have over 400 students, you know, competing for that 10 slot through the pre-degree program.
Continue.
If you are going for pre-degree and you are going for a highly competitive course like medicine and surgery, it means that you have to work towards being among the top 10 students in that program. Whether you guys are 1,000, you have to find a way to be among the top 10, because if you're not among the top 10, you will not get the course you've applied for in your pre-degree. But you will definitely get admission, because most of the time the school will definitely give you admission, but it may not be for that course you want to study. Another disadvantage about this pre-degree program is that after completion of the program and you've gained admission to university, you still have to start again from your first year. So this can be very demoralizing for some students, but trust me, it is worth it if you are getting a low JAMB score. Another advantage for this program is that you get 2 slots. There are 2 different ways you can eventually gain admission to the university, which is pre-degree program and the JAMB exam. Because as a pre-degree student, you will be mandated to also register for the JAMB exam. So the way normal JAMB students will sit for the JAMB exam, that's the way you also sit for the UTME exam. But then it doesn't mean your JAMB score will affect your pre-degree chances, because if you get 180 in your JAMB and you are among the top 10 students in the pre-degree program, automatically you will gain admission to that course you are doing in the pre-degree program. But I always advise you to make sure that you smash your JAMB exam and also do very well in your pre-degree, because some schools can be very funny. After performing excellently in their pre-degree exam and your JAMB score is really not that, you know, excellent, they might decide to give you admission for a different course. But if it's the question of will I gain admission after the pre-degree program, the chances are very, very high. But it now depends on if you gain admission for the course you actually want to study. So pre-degree is an excellent choice.
Oh my God.
The second option is the JUPEB program. The JUPEB program is the Joint University Preliminary Examination Board. It's a A-level program. This program is strictly A-level, organized by some universities in Nigeria. This program, the advantage is that after you finish a program, you will gain admission to 2nd year at the university. And this A-level results, it's something you can use to apply even to another school. For pre-degree program, once you finish that program, you're only eligible to gain admission for that academic year. So if peradventure anything happens, you can't come next year and use your pre-degree result. But for this JUPEB, it's an A-level result. So when you have that A-level result, you can use it to apply for direct entry to any of the universities in Nigeria that accept JUPEB as A-level requirement. So this is why JUPEB is the best. The only thing is JUPEB is more expensive than pre-degree, but it's actually the best option because you get to learn A-level stuff and you gain admission to your second year. Also, in addition, even as a JUPEB student, you can still have a backup plan, which is sitting for the normal JAMB exam. So as you are doing your JUPEB program, you are also preparing for your JAMB, because what they are going to teach you in your JUPEB they are more advanced stuff. So you'll find out that performing well in your JAMB exam is going to be more easier because of what you are being taught. It was from the things I learned from my A-level that actually helped me in my first year at the university. When I learned organic chemistry in my pre-degree program, when I got into university my first year, organic chemistry was like a walkover because I already had a very good understanding about what the whole course content was all about. So JUPEB is a very good alternative you can use to gain admission.
Continue.
The third option is Polytechnic. Now, I know most people don't like to go to the Polytechnic because they feel like Polytechnic is inferior. I want to tell you the truth that if you have a low JAMB score of below 200 and your chances are very low for admission, going to the Polytechnic is the best alternative. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't upgrade, because the good thing about Polytechnic is that after your national diploma, you can apply for direct entry to the university. And even in your first year at the Polytechnic, you can still use that as an opportunity to sit for another JAMB and gain admission to the university. So don't look at it that Polytechnic is only for those that are not knowledgeable. I can tell you that some of the courses are even best studied at the Polytechnic, especially like engineering courses, because in the Polytechnic you get more of practical experience. It's just that when it comes to the labor market, university degree will always be higher than the Polytechnic certificate. So you have to find a way to make sure that after your ND, you can now use it to gain admission to the university direct entry. So all of this works in your favor if you are really focused, because most students, they go into the Polytechnic and forget about their dreams. So as long as you're focused that, man, I still need to find a way to get back to the university, you can actually do well in your Polytechnic exams, get a very high CGPA there, and you gain admission to direct entry. The next option is School of Nursing. This option is for those that want to become nurses. The good thing about School of Nursing is that the results you get there is very valuable, because with your School of Nursing certificate, you can gain admission to study abroad or work abroad. The School of Nursing is a 3-year program, and even after you finish from School of Nursing here in Nigeria, if you still decide you want to further at the university, you can gain admission to university through direct entry, and you start from your second year. So all of these are options. So if you are trying to gain admission to study nursing at the university and it's not working because of low JAMB score, you can equally find a way to attend the School of Nursing. So it's just as if you are going through the back door. And this School of Nursing is a 3-year program, and the good thing is that most of the School of Nursing now in Nigeria, especially teaching hospital School of Nursing, are now offering degree certificates in nursing. So you can study nursing as a degree in university, and you can also study nursing at a few selected School of Nursing now in Nigeria. So that is just how it was. So all of these things are alternative options. You don't need to say, I'm not getting admission to university, that means I can't get admission at all. No, that is not what I'm saying.
Continue.
The next is IJMB, Interim Joint Matriculation Board. It's the same as JUPEB. It's just a different board entirely, but it's the same as JUPEB. Most of the northern universities usually offer this program, but from my own personal observation and experience, JUPEB is more generally acceptable. But if the school you want to study uses JUPEB for their direct entry admission, then you can go for the JUPEB program. It is equally a 1-year academic program where you'll be taught A-level stuff, and after that you write exam and you gain admission to the university through direct entry. So this JUPEB program is also an excellent choice. It is also expensive as the JUPEB program, and you gain admission in your second year. You will not start from first year like the pre-degree program. So JUPEB is a very excellent choice. The last option is the College of Health Technology. College of Health Technology is a school that runs usually 3, 4 years program, and attending this College of Health, you can get opportunity to further at the university. This option is only available for science students. So if, for example, you want to study pharmacy and you are unable to gain admission to study pharmacy at the university of your choice, you can attend the College of Health Technology where you study pharmacy technician. After 3 years, you can now apply to the university through direct entry to gain admission to study pharmacy. It works for medical laboratory sciences and from few courses. You can study community health extension officer, that is a kind of a community health extension worker, even health information management. So some of these are the courses you can study at the College of Health Technology. This is a very wonderful alternative if you can gain admission to universities. If you have any questions or you need further clarification, feel free to let me know in the comments and I would definitely love to assist you. Make sure you click on the like button, subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends. For now, it is bye bye.